Swami Vishnu-devananda talks about how the camp operates on prana or financially. Hariom Tat Sat.
That difficult is about 20 years I suffered terribly because of that after the accident. My knee was broken, head was broken, pancreas was almost gone, everything. Now slowly I'm repairing that. It took for a long time the energy to repair. My health is almost not coming to normal and original state. It took about 25 years to get that energy back. See that island is gone. In the left hand is completely broken. That means that left hand shows what you brought from the past. I was supposed to die. My energy must go. But anyhow, in this, because some karma still I had to work out. So this is what happened to me. So this then also success line. If we have the faith line, and the same thing happened to the faith line. That's exactly the same time the breakage is here. The faith line is broken and then restored. So both are interconnected now. And then with the also you can see between the heart line and the head line in my hand, the mystic cross, very clearly in both hands. This shows that you become always into mystical life, the mystical cross. And of course then there are indications about each of the finger and the nature of the difference between each the thumb. We saw some of the thumb is like a monkey's thumb. That means he is very less developed. The monkey is not developed, and some thumb is very thick. Some people's thumb is very tall. Each one shows an energy pattern. That's what the whole purpose of this talk. So prana means it's not something mysterious. It flows even now, and these lines will change. When the prana start moving in a different way, you can see the change of your facial expression, your hair, your body, conditions of the body, long body, tall body, short body, thick fingers. As you said, from the fingertip you can understand the whole topography of the body. So also these fingers are any of the lines like eyebrows, hairstyle, or the ear pattern, or you have an ear like what do you call that Star Trek? What is the name? Star. That all shows the energy pattern. So also your nose, your eyes, your teeth, and this energy pattern is not in the physical body, it's astral body, and that's the mold. Astral body, the prana nature is the mold. Your physical body projects the way that energy pattern comes out. This was the most difficult for just Western mind to understand. It's not because you got a physical body, you got the astral body. Because of the astral body, the mold, according to that, your physical body, the nature of the hands, this thing. When this energy body, if there is a breakage anywhere, long before you are born, you'll have a deformity. Like you will be born without hands, without legs. Like in the thalidomide case, they took the tranquilizers, and the pregnant mother took the tranquilizers, and many of their babies have deformities because the prana kosha is broken by this. And so when the physical body came, the mold is broken already. So there is no hands or no legs or certain facial expressions are different. So everything what is happening in the physical body is because the energy is broken in the astral body. That's what actually also their explanation by Dr. Chuan and Dr. Douglas Dean, they've shown to them how that energy pattern breaks down. So before the cancer comes, you can detect because energy is broken in the astral body, in the prana kosha, and that's why a cancer is going to take place or an abnormal growth is going to take place. So these are the things we have to understand if you want to understand the pranayama, breathing exercise. Okay, just finish a little more, and we don't have much time to go beyond that. Okay, I may continue some other time. Carry on.
Prana is force on every plane of being, from the highest to the lowest. Whatever moves or works or has life is but an expression or manifestation of prana. It is prana that shines in your eyes. It is through the power of prana the ear hears, the eyes see, the skin feels, the tongue tastes, the nose smells, the brain and the intellect do their functions. The smile in a young lady, the melody in the music, the power in the emphatic words of an orator, the charm in the speech of one's beloved are all due to prana. Fire burns through prana. Wind blows through prana. Rivers flow through prana. The airplane moves in the air through prana. The steam engine works through prana. Trains and motor cars move through prana. Radio waves travel through prana.
The medium for, just like the air is the medium for the voice, the waves created by the motion of the vocal cords that moves through the air media. So the radio waves move through prana, the interstellar spaces too.
Prana is electron. Prana is force. Prana is magnetism. Prana is electricity. It is prana that pumps the blood from the heart into the arteries or blood vessels. It is prana that does digestion, excretion, and secretion. Prana is expended by thinking, willing, acting, moving, talking, writing, etc.
Everything needs prana. Even a thing, even one small thought takes prana. So motion, thinking, action, will, all this needs prana. And we are depleting the prana every day. We are recharging through very simple way, only by eating some food. But that amount of prana you get from the food, the vegetables, fruits and other products are very limited. When you do pranayama, breathing exercise, we can draw this universal storage of prana by breathing more than any other source. That's why pranayama, breathing exercise performed for recharging the body.
A healthy, strong man has abundance of prana or nerve force or vitality.
And that's what you can see through the curling photograph, how strong that.
The prana is supplied by food, water, air, solar energy, etc.
But they are not chemical nature, chemical constituents. Water contains not H2O we are talking about. It is the electrical nature of prana, that's the radiation of the energy.
The supply of prana is taken up by the nervous system.
Just like oxygen is carried to the bloodstream, prana is being carried to the nervous system like electricity and stored also in various chakras. These chakras are the energy fields.
The prana is absorbed by breathing. The excess of prana is stored in the brain and nerve centers.
All this chakras stores this prana, and especially solar plexus is the main battery.
When the seminal energy is sublimated or transformed, it supplies abundance of prana to the system.
Now here the seminal energy is not near the physical seminal, that is nothing. If you want to be brahmachari, very simple, you just go to a doctor and you perform a small operation and that's shut off. Then you become brahmachari forever, is it not? That is not. That impulse, just like impulse to breathe, that impulse, just like the same impulse goes to sexual organ, that impulse and the procreation impulse, that's called apana. And when that apana is converted, sublimated, not suppressed, when sublimated, and then becomes Oja Shakti, like a water becomes steam, when it's heated, then it goes upward. When it becomes sexual energy, the impulses come downward, and that's called process of the pranayama. At that time, you have tremendous power. Your thought will materialize. You see, this is what Western psychology and psychiatry did not understand. What is your creative power in anything, any walk of life, is sublimation of this energy. Without even partial sublimation of this energy, you can't be successful in any walk of life. Doesn't matter what you do. So most of the people's success comes only in the late in their life, like the great politicians like De Gaulle, etc. Why it is? Because by the time they reach an old age, they don't have any more much desire for the sexual activities, because body biological rhythm has gone down. So they have partial control over this sexual energy. That's why many of the people, businessmen, presidents and everyone are successful in their older age than when they were young. Because younger days you spend this through sexual act and through many other dance, music, and in the external acid state, we lose this prana. And once you start creating pranayama and the mula bandha, the purpose is then you are sublimating that energy and it stores in your brain like electricity stored in a battery. At that time, your face very powerful, your eyes become sparkling, your words become so powerful, it penetrates on anyone, and that your thought will materialize. If you want something, it will come to you. Within a few days, it will materialize. That's the power of the thought, because that power is charged, the thought is charged with the prana.
The yogin stores an abundance of prana by regular practice of pranayama, just as a storage battery stores electricity. That yogin who has stored up a large supply of prana radiates strength and vitality all around.
That's why, again, I'm not talking egoistically, I'm just telling simple truth. I got no money. I got not even a pocket. Many people think we have lots of money in the bank because we are able to do all these things. And many people think, oh, Swami, you are having a Mercedes. That's about 12 years old. If you bought any American car, it will only last 3 years. You change every 3 years. So I kept one car for 12 years. All my cars are, because the same amount we can hold it. Same thing, energy also, you can hold it longer period. And the same body can be preserved, just like a car can be kept for 10, 12 years, or you can break within 6 months or 1 year. Same thing, we deplete this prana through sexual acts, unnecessary sexual acts, sensual enjoyments, pleasure-seeking state. Your body is devitalized. So, purpose of the pranayama is first for recharge, and secondly, to reduce the amount of spending of the prana. Because of that, in earlier days I used to practice pranayama in the Himalayas when I was very early stage of my pranayama. Practice morning, midday, evening, and midnight. 4 times I used to do pranayama. That means apart from the Kapalabhati, the 40 rounds of pranayama, alternate between morning, midday, evening, midnight, with very little food. I slept only 3 hours. Body doesn't need any sleep. Anyhow, that energy I built up, not money or the bank balance. Gurudev said, go ahead, people are waiting. And he left India without a penny, without a ticket, without any sponsorship. I did not know anybody anywhere. Only I had that Master's word, his grace, and the energy I built up in my days of sadhana. Still, of course, I create. Every day I build up that energy. Even to come and talk, I spend some time. Every day, how much I can afford. That is the energy which brought all these things. There was nothing here, no money. Still we got no money. Again, this conference, for a 1 week conference, Shramanji, how much it cost this 1 week conference? How much cost 1 week?
Close to 100,000.
Okay. This conference cost $100,000. And how much money did we make? No, I'm talking. You can tell, that's not harm. There are a lot of people. 12,000. See? But still, somehow we are able to do. We got the. I want that equipment for the. I met Secretary Doctor. That's the Swami. We need this are the equipment. If we ask them, Durga, do you have this? No, we don't have it. We have to get from. And I have Durga Devi. You just do that. Just borrow money. So Jnaneshwaranji borrowed some sister and some money. She borrowed some money. We bought all the $80,000 equipment, and then we borrowed from here and from there, from the bank, little money, and it is the mailing alone will cost $10,000. The printing, advertisements, getting all these people from Malaysia, etc. You have to pay the airfare and the feeding of the 300 people every day. Do you understand every day what is going on here? You never knew that. People say, oh, we are having plenty of money. We don't have it. But still we are surviving for 30 years. We survive. How? That's called prana. And still many people, yesterday Dr. Grad asked him something, you are not worried or something like that, you know. When I said, you are not worried, my answer was just like another. A rabbi was going on a cruise ship for a relaxation. In the middle of the ocean, the ship caught fire and everyone is just running and jumping with the life flight, just running, getting in the lifeboat, etc. And the rabbi took his Quran, calmly was reading. Someone asked, Rabbi, my God, are you not worried? The ship is sinking. Without looking at the man, he said, why should I worry? The ship is not mine. The second with me also, class. If Swami, how do you make a conference for 100,000 you are going to spend? Why should I money? We got no money in the bank. If there's the money only, you have to worry about, oh yes, you must have a budget. Some other people go, you must put a budget every year. But how can you put a budget when you don't have money? Yeah, and now one of our old students, we were building that platform and so on. They know how we started. This is not how this is. So only when there's money you had to put budget and you worry about it. Just like that Brazil, they're not worrying about paying the debts. Now who is worrying? Brazil has $100 billion debt. So who is worrying about now? The bank is worrying, they don't care about it. If we don't pay, bank has to pay, nothing they can do about it. They can't take the Brazil and go to heaven, you see. So, same with our conditions too. But I know Mass is behind, doesn't matter what. Everything precisely to the very second, I can do it. By mere concentration and sending the prana to the right people will come at the right moment, for the right cause. All these various doctors and engineers all came from different parts because there's a cause. I'm only coordinating their energy too. It's not really my energy. Everyone's prana I had to coordinate. Perhaps you may not even know that. I just finish my lecture, I go and sit and observe silence and slowly, continuously, rhythmically I breathe and recharge my body. And then I come back again after 2 hours, 3 hours, I meet people, again I withdraw. Constantly I withdraw, in between I recharge. I cannot just go and sit with. So earlier days I had tremendous prana, physical prana I can work. But I don't have physical prana anymore to work with the physical body. But mental prana I can do everything, even from the distance I can do things. I am not talking egoistically. These are the facts. I am not different from you all. But without a penny, you had to live 30 years ago, go around the world, create all the ashrams, all the centers, many conferences like arranged, the peace flight. I must learn how to fly a plane. I had to go around the world and get all the difficult spots. This is all called prana shakti. Prana shakti. That's all it is. So it's not the power. We can this shakti exists, the prana exists, but we don't know how to conserve this. Like our battery is depleting to sexual act and sensual acts and the pleasure seeking. We are depleting, but we don't know how to recharge. And that's the purpose of pranayama. And asana will just allow this prana to specific areas which are dissipating, and pranayama will increase and recharge your batteries, your energy fields of the chakras. And then meditation, you can focus the thought now, energize the thought with the prana like a beam of light, like a laser beam. The ordinary light don't have the power. When you make it laser, one pointed, it can reach the moon, and from there, within a fraction of a second, it can be bounced back. It's very powerful. Distant objects can be destroyed by the laser. Ordinary light cannot do. So also your thought becomes laser, and through pranayama. That's all I had to give. Rest of the things you experience. You practice pranayama 4 times a day, morning, midday, evening, and midnight. You can also do everything as I do. Or you can go on, eat, enjoy, and sit in the bar and drink and smoke. Then you deplete the prana and you will be sitting in a wheelchair where you are related to prana, and wife and children will look at you with the intravenous feeding and the oxygen mask and other things, and they poke at you. How are you, Daddy? I'm okay. You want to live like that, or you want to die?